The European Union has published its 15th package of sanctions against Russia in the official journal of the EU, making the final stage of its approval. The package targets 54 individuals and 30 organizations, including the Russian military unit responsible for the missile strike on the Ahmadid Children's Hospital in Kyiv, energy sector leaders, individuals involved in the illegal deportation of Ukrainian children, and those spreading propaganda. Additionally, Brussels has imposed export restrictions on companies from India, Iran, Serbia, the UAE, and China for supplying Russia with dual-use goods. The sanctions also affect 52 vessels linked to Russia's shadow oil fleet.
First, I want to highlight the EU's decision on new sanctions against Russia and your determination, especially from the Baltic and North Sea countries, to limit Russia's shadow tanker fleet, not just with sanctions, but in other ways too. This fleet is one of the biggest threats.
In addition to sanctions targeting tankers, 12 European countries have agreed to take joint action against Russia's shadow fleet, which is used to export oil at prices above the established $60 per barrel cap. These countries will demand insurance documents from suspicious vessels.
We are in the Baltics, for instance, extremely worried about what could be the potential consequences of these ships in our area. So we constantly have to keep on working on the sanctions, and we are already delivering information for the 16th package in order to sanction more vessels.
Currently, Russia allocates 1/3 of its budget to military spending. According to Ursula von der Leyen, the EU must continue to undermine Moscow's potential revenues. The European Commission President stated that the 16th Sanctions package is already in the works.
Last week, we adopted our 15th package of sanctions. It includes measures against Russia's shadow fleet and circumvention channels. And the 16th package is already in preparation. Our sanctions are taking a toll on the Russian economy. The ruble is at its lowest levels since the start of the war, in spite of massive countermeasures by the Russian Central Bank. Inflation has reached 70% in some sectors of the Russian economy, 70. We are sending a very clear message to the Kremlin. The longer the war continues, the higher the price for the Russian economy.
The upcoming sanctions package may include measures targeting Russian liquefied natural gas and restrictions on the trade of Russian metals. 10 EU countries, the Baltic states, Denmark, Ireland, Romania, Sweden, the Czech Republic, Poland and Finland, are urging Brussels to follow the example set by Washington and London by imposing sanctions on Russian metal producers such as Rusal.
As metals make up the most important source of revenue for Russia, besides fossil fuel, we must also impose additional import bans on metals. From a joint appeal by 10 EU countries, Reuters reports.
According to Richard Jozwiak, the Europe editor for Radio Free Europe, the 16th sanctions package will be presented to EU member states in January 2025, once Hungary's presidency concludes and Poland takes over the EU Council presidency. The package could be approved by February 2025, marking the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Valeria Nekapelova, UATV News.